1 second before. Don't start getting in the mood yet because it's technical difficulty.
I'm not doing nothing yet.
I don't know, it seems like you're disrespecting the cards with your shuffling.
That's how I shuffle.
You're gonna bend the holy cards.
I like them when they look worn
Ruffled up a
in.
bit?
Like they have character.
Okay.
So
I might as well just like...
And can you,
rip
like,
them, but
when you say
shuffle
anything
them.
about, like, first of all, I mean, are we supposed to know, like, what cards are in the deck? Or, like,
can't
does it
be
even
talking
matter?
at all,
You
Garrett.
should have done your research before. There's 78 cards. You should have been looking. Google.
You're not allowed to talk, Garrett.
That's why we have you here, is to teach us this stuff. I didn't, I'm not trying to, like, become a tarot expert here. I just wanted to...
Why not? I'm just kidding.
You have to spectate from this point on.
Okay,
though.
all right, I'll shut up.
So, Ashtyn, how are
Yes.
you feeling today?
I feel fine.
Okay,
Thanks.
so we're going to be starting with...
I was gonna say.
Yeah, Evan did his research earlier today. He started looking up. Did you say you tried to do a reading of yourself?
No, I was joking. I was just in my car. I'm like, there's a lot of potential in your future. I was like, I think I can do this, or like I think I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Say things that I think are true to myself,
Well,
which isn't very insightful.
no. That's still like the thing me and Kirsten do.
I'm
I'll
not
be
saying
like,
that's what it is. I'm saying I did a good mock version of it to myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be like, because she knows absolutely nothing about tarot cards, and I'll be like, oh, like I'll give her a card and go, what do you think that one means? And 9 times out of 10, she's actually right. So it's kind of funny.
So she's got the intuitive witch sense.
She's very
I think I
intuitive.
wanna be
That is
anointed
true.
one.
I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's okay.
That's what my name means, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Oh, true. I forgot. Okay, so we're basically just answering the question, what do you need to know right now? So any aspect of your life could come up. Whatever I say, like usually I'm pretty good at picking up on details and exactly what area of your life I'm talking about and like what they're talking about. But however it applies, take it however it applies. And when I say they, that can mean anything. Whatever you believe in, wherever you think the message is coming from, that's where the message is coming from.
Okay. I don't have any specific things like I said that I need.
That's fine. We'll see.
That doesn't sound like you're coming to it with the right heart posture here. If you think there's nothing you need in life.
No, I just
Sounds
don't.
like
I don't
hubris
want
to
to. I don't
me.
want to be coming in with a
Expectations.
problem to be solved.
Sure, okay. All right.
Fair enough.
You're just open.
I think that's the place I'd like to come to something like this from.
Don't comment on the shuffling again, because I know you were thinking it.
No, I like this technique. I haven't seen that
interesting.
before. Seems a little bit more vigorous. I just know I used to do what you were doing, and then everyone would get mad at me when we played cards because like, you're gonna bend the cards.
That's no. So
I can appreciate it in this context, having worn in cards.
yeah, thank you. This one even has a bend to it. I think this is the first deck I ever got, so
Oh, okay. How long you had it?
I was 17, so how many years is that? 5?
5.
Yeah, lots of years. So
Ooh.
it's like you're going through right now one of those like character building things in your life, like where you maybe feel like not a lot is going on at the moment, yet you feel like crap a lot of the time, or you feel like this isn't working out and I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, or trying to get yourself out of situations or put yourself in situations trying to make something fit and it's not fitting for a reason. And I think it just comes down to you being stubborn. You want to have control in every single aspect of your life that you like are doing. You're like, I want to do this, so I'm going to go and do it. And it's going to happen for me, and it's not an option that it's not going to happen, basically. Which is your problem right now. Because even with like, because the Knight of Swords reversed underneath the Emperor, it's like basically you just need to slow down, because trying to go after things where clearly nothing is happening and nothing is working, you're wasting your energy. Like, you're wasting your time and you're wasting your talents, or like whatever is good about you that you want to apply to like a relationship or like a job or whatever. You're wasting your time and your energy by applying it to something that has shown you time and time again that nothing is coming out of it. Basically.
Harsh.
Yeah, I didn't say this would be nice.
Am I supposed to,
You can comment if you'd like.
No, I'm good.
No?
I don't have anything. I don't know. I don't know how closely I feel like that resonates with me. So I don't know. Is it generally one reveal?
No, I'm not done.
Okay.
The thing I keep coming back to with this card is people have a lot of things to say about you, and they like to say it when you're not around. Like, because the Ten of Swords reverse is usually very much about, you know, dusting off your knees or whatever when you fall down and getting right back up. Like, the Ten of Swords is probably the lowest possible place that you could get. And sometimes when it's reversed, it can indicate that people are gossiping, because that is something that is really, like, I hate this word, low vibrational. I hate to say that and use it unironically, but it's true.
Unpack it a little bit. What is low vibration?
Like, low vibrational is basically when you do something that's, like, not nice. It doesn't help benefit you in any way. It doesn't further your growth. It doesn't challenge you in any way. It's just something petty that you're doing to pass the time. That's useless. So when people like have things to say about you, or they have like misconceptions about who you are as a person, or like what you're doing that's relentless, that they can see very, very clearly, it says more about them than it does about you.
So in this case, though, I don't know of anyone doing that. So what benefit is it to me to know that someone's doing that?
Well, you would be able to know if you weren't being so hard-headed on your goals and you focused a little bit more on intuitive things and like focusing on, hey, does this person actually feel like they're meant to be in my life, or am I just trying to make it fit?
I don't know. I don't know if I see that, but
That's fine.
I mean, part of it is just you let it kind of tumble around, I guess, and see what sticks, see what stays with you, right?
yeah, I guess. I mean, if I'm being hard-headed, I wouldn't be the one to point it out to myself.
That's also like a thing that I like happens a lot when I do readings, is I say a lot of things people don't want to hear, and so they get a little bit mad or maybe a little bit upset. Like, no, I don't do that. That's not me.
Well, again, like I said, I can't be the one to. I don't think I'm very good at labeling what I am, so I usually lean more on other people for that, anyways. Or like I should probably in the case of. So.
So how many steps are there to this? Is it kind of open, just like if you're feeling like, okay, another card needs to come out, you do more, or?
Yeah. I just like to sit and listen a little bit and get the feeling for them, which sometimes these readings get a little slow, but it's fine. Because even with like the Four of Wands reversed beside the Five of Cups reversed, like, because this card is sometimes like things ending, or like I said, like not working out how they're supposed to. And when the Five of Cups reversed is rose-colored glasses, or like avoiding grief, or like avoiding getting over something that maybe you should have gotten over a long time ago. Because I feel like there's like a deep-rooted issue here. Like, it's not so much about, like, it is a little bit about the people in your life right now, but there is a deep-rooted issue as to why you keep coming up with the same problems in like relationships or whatever. Because if you don't address what it is you did wrong, or like what it is you didn't like in a past relationship, or what it is that like was the overarching theme of a relationship, because every relationship is going to teach you something. There's growth and a challenge and everything in every single relationship you have, like not even just like a romantic one. Friends teach you a million different things, and each friend will teach you something different. And if you're not applying those things, you're not applying those lessons, and you're kind of just embracing the first person that like shows you like emotional intimacy or shows you that they want to be your friend or whatever, like that is a problem. Like you don't have a proper screening process. Like, and that's part of another deeper issue is why don't you have a screening process? Why don't you know how to like vet what a good friend looks like, or what a good partner looks like, or what a good like whatever looks like, right?
Because he's fucking 20 years old. Why would he know?
I know how to do it.
I mean, technically, Garrett, you are supposed to be spectators. So.
Sorry.
Yeah, Garrett.
Okay.
I don't know. Again, there's not much I can say in my own
You don't have to say
comments.
anything. You don't have to say anything. But yeah, even like with the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is very much about like cycles. Oh, stupid phone. See if I can borrow my purple shirt. Okay, that's your reminder. The Wheel of Fortune is very much about like cycles that we go through in life, because there are different sections of your life that are supposed to teach you different things about who you are as a person, or the types of things you appreciate, or what maybe you could apply, like how you can apply yourself to a job, or how you can apply yourself to like your life vocation, or whatever it is that you're doing right now. And right now the cycle looks like vetting what it means to have like good relationships, and not just like accepting the first person that's like, yeah, I'll be your friend, because that's how you get shitty friends who talk about you behind your back. Oh, that's the other thing too, is like then you get shitty friends and then you're like, I don't really know what I did wrong, or I don't really know what's up with this person, or why they're suddenly not talking to me, or why they're like just being cold. And clearly there's a problem, basically. Oh my god, a tank came out again. 10 of Swords.
That's the same card. But yeah,
I love when that happens.
Duplicates it.
Hello?
Is the goal here kind of to just let one fall out whenever you're shuffling then?
Yeah.
Cool. See when it comes out, eh?
I don't love that one. That's probably my least favorite card, 7 of Swords. I hate that fucking card.
How much of your... Is that just based on what it means, or you also don't like illustrations
No,
sometimes?
it's based on what it means. I don't love the 7 of Swords. I don't love the 10 of Swords. You got some of my least favorite cards in the spread, but it's fine. And I only say that because they imply that everything is not fun and fresh.
Really?
Yeah. Because, like, even these two cards, like, beside each other, it's like a connection drains you more than it helps you. Like, you, like, even, I think I said this before, I don't even remember what I say. It comes out of my mouth and then I forget it. But, like, if you're putting all of your time and energy into something and you, like, go home feeling like shit or, like, drained and you don't really understand why, and you're like, oh, I don't know, maybe I just didn't sleep enough, maybe I didn't eat enough, maybe, you know, it's my fault that I did something wrong. Maybe it's not the other person, could not possibly be them because they are perfect and I am not. And that goes into this card, which is not having any really belief in yourself. It's very much like getting down on yourself and being like, well, I could have done this better, even though it's like you're trying to get to this place of like perfection. Like if you don't do something perfect, you might as well just not do it. Like that's kind of your mentality a little bit. And it might just be easier for you to accept a different perspective with the Hanged Man reversed, and just other people have flaws. And instead of like projecting what you think somebody is like onto them, you could just look at them for who they are. And somebody shows some sort of flaw, instead of ignoring it, it might actually help you to vet better friends, or vet somebody who, you know, is actually contributing to your growth and who you are as a person. Like, I forget where the beginning of that sentence was going. Train of thought went off the thing. But even, like, because the Seven of Swords is my least favorite card, because it implies that somebody is lying to you. But, like, it's not even, like, it's, like, a lie, but it's to protect you. So, like, I don't know, maybe somebody's told you something like, oh, I don't know, like, we're going out and we're not going out, we're not doing this thing anymore. But they're still going and doing it. They're just not telling you. Or, you know, I'm going to tell you that, I'm trying to find a different example. I'm going to tell you something nice. Like, I'm going to let you down nicely and not tell you how I actually feel, because if I tell you how I actually feel, it's going to hurt your feelings. But in order for you to get the message, they have to actually tell you how they feel. Otherwise, you're going to keep up this idea of, oh, maybe it's still working, maybe it's still good, maybe I still have a chance, maybe, like, whatever. And you just create a lot of these scenarios in your head. Maybe I'm just not, you know, good enough right now, but maybe I will be in a month or two, or a week or two. Like, I can get there, I can be perfect, I can be whatever. And I don't think that that is realistic, but you've been led on, basically. And the World is another card that, like, is very reminiscent of the Wheel of Fortune, because it has, on the original illustration, it has all the fixed signs on it, the same that the Wheel of Fortune does, which again implies that there is an aspect of stubbornness. There's another cycle going on, because they're both cyclical. And I'm hearing, like, just give in to what you think is, like, good for you, what you think is right. Because if you know that something maybe isn't good for you, maybe you're wasting your time a little bit, like that voice in the back of your head, if you're not listening to it, you're going to keep running into problems. Which is why I was saying that listening to your intuition, being a little more intuitive, will help you in the long run, because the more you listen to it, the easier it gets to listen to it. Like, you can, if somebody shows, like, hey, I'm a terrible friend, they don't have to tell you that in order for you to see it. You can just see it kind of intuitively and understand it, go, okay, now I know our time is done, like, it's not worth it, I'm not going to waste my time, I'm going to move on. I think that's the gist, though. I think that's it. It seemed like a flat line, so I think they say we're done.
All right. Well.
Not to drag you or anything, but I don't know.
No, it's all good. I mean, whatever, technically, this is your wheelhouse, so I'm not the one to be telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing.
All right.
It's interesting, though. I don't know how much. I mean, again, we kind of noted this, or was thinking about it when you were kind of reading some of what my signs said about my personality, things like that. And I don't know how much, and maybe it's just a lot of people have a lot of things in common, and you start talking about, okay, here's some patterns of behavior, maybe you're struggling with this, maybe you're struggling with this, and, like, maybe a lot of people in the room can relate to it. Because, I mean, a lot of what you said, I felt a lot more resonant than I think Evan, at least. I mean maybe there's something under the hood.
I don't know. I don't want to be in the position, like, I feel like I should just leave it.
Yeah, sure.
I can't be the one.
Well, if it made 0 sense, then tell me it made 0 sense. And then if it made 100% sense to Garrett, then we know who the reading was for.
No, I mean, I don't think any of my friends talk about me behind my back, because there's nothing to talk about. And, like,
Okay.
I'm a pretty simple guy.
And, like, even if they were, I don't care.
Fair enough.
Like, none of my friendships are in a place where there's juice to be talked about. And then I don't think I'm generally pretty stubborn at the moment with
what I do, I'm pretty open to doing things other ways. And specifically right now in my life, I feel like I don't have as harsh of plans or ideas about most things, and I'm willing to be a lot more open. I think kind of that's exemplified through me doing this is the fact that I don't really...
Oh my god.
Is this the second one or are you snoozing
It's the
it?
same one.
Because you snoozed it.
Well, I can't help it.
You gotta cancel it.
You actually can. There's a way that you press the proper button.
I'm sorry, I was in the middle of something.
Yeah. And then what else was there?
So there's
Well,
like
because
a
even
cycle.
like the like somebody talking behind your back thing, I feel like that was more of them just saying like, hey, this is happening, so it pushes you to address if there are any issues in maybe not even people you would consider friends, but people that you would consider an extension of a friend or a potential friend or a potential like partner or whoever or whatever. Because obviously the people that you consider a friend, that might mean a different thing for you than it does for like somebody else. Because like somebody who has like a million friends is like, oh, everybody's my friend. But you might be the type of person that's like, no, I only have like 3 friends and everybody else is just kind of a friend, not really, just they're just somebody I know.
So what you're saying is this label doesn't necessarily directly line up with the people that I'm trying to put it on, because I understand
Potentially,
it differently.
yes.
Well,
Because like to me, even it didn't feel like somebody that you have a strong bond with.
yeah.
It felt like very short.
Again, like
So,
if
I don't
someone's talking behind my back and I don't know them that well, it doesn't matter to me either then.
That's fine. What about everything else I said?
Well, we can go through it, I guess, if you want. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
So
what stuck out to you? Anything else? Obviously, the stuff that feels kind of presumptuous isn't the right word, but the stuff that feels more like calling something out on you that doesn't land is probably, or at least that it doesn't feel like it land, is more prominently gonna.
that's what I'll stick with. But well, I think something maybe. You said someone was like hiding something from me or something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I have to address that or something. So I
I
guess
don't know, that
that's
feels like a weird kind of like.
pretty vague and
Well, I mean, I just mean like I as far as just giving friends advice. I mean, maybe this sort of divination that's sort of sometimes like that's the kind of message you get. But like, if I had the sense that somebody else was, you know, talking behind Evan's back, I don't think I would tell Evan about it,
Why not?
because I would probably talk to that person about it. I mean, for
do both.
ideally, I mean, maybe, but that feels like it's kind of like you're just. I don't feel like the you know. I don't feel like situations where like, hey, you've been talking behind my back. Those encounters really go as well. It doesn't feel like.
It doesn't
It's more like a-
have to really be an encounter, though. It can just be something that you recognize and go, okay,
Sure.
I'm gonna put that in my little toolbox and do what I will.
Yeah. I mean, ideal situation. Outside looking in, if that's you know, looking at the scenario, there's somebody talking behind somebody else's back. Ideally, that person, you know, realizes, hey, I need to be more loving to this person, and I should stop, you know, judging them behind their back, and they can deal with it on their own terms. It doesn't even necessarily have to involve the other person, or maybe they go and apologize to the person. But I don't know. I mean, now I'm just arguing with the spirits, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. like even like I said, I feel like it's less about the actual act of somebody like talking about you and more about like everything else I said about
well, then
what it
you're-
looks like to screen a good friend, what it looks like to have
Which again, I think
whatever
is
else I
if
said.
those people are talking behind my back and they're more distantly within my social circles, that's fine because they didn't make it through the screening then, or maybe they did, but not as close.
Or
as,
maybe they will.
I guess.
Because the thing with these readings too is like even my friend Natasha, like I do one reading for her every year on her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
She watches the reading for the whole 12 months until her birthday, and she like will come back to me like every like couple months and be like, it's making more and more sense every single time I watch it, and other things will come up. She'll go, no, you said this 8 months ago, you were right. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. So the beauty about this is you get to rewatch it and see if it changes, if it is bullshit, if whatever you think.
Well, I don't know if you had any thoughts, but I
think that's good.
I think that's good. Well, I mean, I know that this is kind of a weird scenario of like, you know, obviously Evan and I are open to this, but somewhat skeptical as well, and like
Yes.
and I know that's not an ideal scenario to sort of, I don't know, to
Have to pry into.
right,
Yeah.
and be, it's like pretty vulnerable. So I mean, from my end, anyways, I really appreciate you being willing to do this thing.
Yeah,
I think
of course.
it's like putting yourself out there like that in front of a camera and in front of two guys that are like kind of, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's honorable.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And out of curiosity, how many people you think when you're sitting for a reading? I'd assume most people are there because they kind of inherently are drawn to it.
Yeah.
The amount of people who you would do it for who are kind of like, oh, maybe I'll like more
Not a
skeptical.
lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. It's
Yeah.
like,
I feel like I've had like a few people who have never had a tarot reading before, and they're like, I didn't really know what to expect, but like they end up like having high praises or whatever.
yeah.
But for skeptics, I don't generally like to do readings for skeptics, just because a lot of the time you can tell that there's stuff that they're not open to. Like even like I can tell when I do like just personal readings, like whenever that like if somebody doesn't want to hear something, I can tell.
Yeah. And how do you feel I responded to your reading?
I feel like you responded fine, but I think that in some time you will see the benefits of what I have told you. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a month, maybe I don't know.
Is well like kind of like that's a decent grade on my I don't know. I don't want to be sitting here like making you feel like I'm all shutting it down. So.
No, you're good. It's all good.
Thanks, Ashtyn.
Yeah, of course.
All right.